Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy at Ninja's180, and today I will be reviewing the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Power Rangers Cross Street Fighter Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger figure. And yeah, this is a really cool figure, and I got some things to say about it, so let's get on with this review. And now, starting things off with the box, as you can see, front and center, we have a really cool picture of the figure right there, doing her fast side kicks with the effect part right there. I forgot exactly what you call that move, but yeah, it's not that hard to do. All you gotta do is like tap, like light kick, like really fast, and you just keep pressing it. But anyway, we do have an unmorphed Chun-Li right there. A good side view of it. And of course, we have the title of the figure right there at the top of the box. Power Rangers Cross Street Fighter Lightning Collection. Morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger right there. And of course, we have a plastic-free packaging. And of course, we have the Hasbro logo at the bottom left. We have ages 4 and up, which I don't think I would give a 4-year-old a collector's grade figure, but it says 4+, so they're trying to sell this to little ones, which, yes, obviously not for little ones, but anyway, we have a warning label: choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3, so, yeah, don't mistake this for candy or Snickers bar or anything edible and get hungry and try to eat it, because yeah, it's not gonna work out so well. But anyway, the side of the box, we get a really cool picture of the morphed Chun-Li right there. And these boxes I'm keeping because they have hang tags, and I'm hanging them on my wall as decorative pieces. So yeah, these boxes I won't be throwing out. And of course, we have Street Fighter Morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger right there, and a cool picture of an unmorphed Chun-Li right there. Of course, the top of the box is nothing too interesting. It's just a flat purple strip. And of course, the back of the box is where things get interesting. We have a really cool picture of the figure right there, and a really awesome pose. And we have another picture of the figure, displaying all the effect parts it comes with, and with the stand as well. So we do have that, looking really nice. And of course, we have the title logos as well: Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and the Street Fighter logo, of course. And yeah, the title of the figure again: Morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger, and the Hasbro logo. And yeah, nothing else too interesting, unless like you're a big fan of barcodes, which I highly doubt. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for the box. So now on to the figure. And now here we have the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Power Rangers Cross Street Fighter Morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger figure right here before us in all of her more phenomenal Blazing Phoenix glory. As you can see, this is also a fully playable character on the fighting game Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, via paid DLC, of course. But anyway, as you can see, this is a really really awesome figure. Well sculpted, well crafted, well painted. Detail is really nice, very much appreciated. As you can see, she is wearing her signature kimono. And of course, we have the her morphed Ranger helmet as well, looking really cool. We even have her little hair pom-poms in her helmet as well, looking really nice. Her cutesy little hair pom-poms on her helmet. And we have the Blazing Phoenix head crest on top of the helmet as well. A really nice colorization on the visor, very reflective, very nice. We have the sort of like the flat Silver Ranger mouthpiece, not the typical lip Ranger mouthpiece that you usually have on the Mighty Morphin Rangers. Um, of course, we have her Blazing Phoenix shield as well. So there's like a Blazing Phoenix Ranger shield, similar to that of the famous dragon shield on the Green Ranger. Of course, we do have those signature armbands along with the Blazing Phoenix shield as well, and these are movable, unlike the other shielded Ranger figures I have. While the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger with the Dragon Shield, both my regular and Fighting Spirit versions, and of course my Dragon Shield Black Ranger Zack figure also has armbands, but those don't come off like this one. These are kind of more like akin to like the remastered figures, so that's why. And of course, we do have her wearing her signature white tight pants, or like white spandex pants under her kimono, and we also see that beautiful gold embroidered trim on her kimono as well. Really nice. And of course, we see her very beautiful belt going around her waist. Very beautiful gold belt with the very nice gold buckler marker there, with the Blazing Phoenix power coin, of course, looking really nice. And of course, we do have some very beautiful white gloves with some yellow trim, and her signature spiked arm bracelets as well, which also are movable as well. But yeah, mine were stuck at first, and yeah, I did have some paint mishaps on the wrists of the gloves after moving them. So yeah, that's just something to take note. You will have some stuck paint on these figures, so if you're going to move parts, yeah, you will have some paint chipping. That's because I feel like they basically start assembling these figures before the paint dries, and I think that's what causes it. Yeah, I already had to stop a take and do a retake of this figure review, because when I was getting to leg articulation, yeah, I had some stuck paint in the hip swivel right there, and so I had to stop and fix that. So yeah, you will have little issues here and there like that, just to, take note of and be aware of. So anyway, other than that, we do have some very beautiful sapphire blue boots right there, with some very beautiful gold trim on the cuff of the boots as well, looking really nice. And we can get a good back view of the figure, and we can also see some nice gold trim on the back of the helmet as well, sort of coming off that visor frame. That's what that is. Really nice. And then, it's kind of hard to see that full visor frame with those cutesy hair pom-poms on the helmet, but it is what it is. But although this figure, the detail all goes together rather nicely. Articulation wise, the neck on these have been re-engineered from the original Lightning Collection Ranger line. These no longer have the hinge joint, ball joint. These are just a single ball joint that just plugs into the torso, the top torso of the chest, where the neck would plug into. So we just get a straight up ball joint. So we can still look up somewhat, not too much. We can look down a little bit, like so. So we do get some good head articulation. We can look up like so, and down very slightly. We can look right, we can look left, and we can cranium revolve us all the way around, a full 360, and the opposite way, like she's on Wizards of Waverly Place, like Alex Russo just cast a spell on her. And yeah, just give me a second. Trying to get this line back up right with the chest. Wait a minute. What? Whoa! I didn't know that. That is actually really cool. Yeah, her little hair pom-poms articulate. Look at that. Nice. I didn't even realize that. That is really cool. I know Ryu's headband on his helmet articulated, but I didn't know Chun-Li's little hair pom-poms did the same thing, so that's cool. I never noticed that before I started this review, but anyway, arm articulation, the arms can move back like that on a butterfly style swivel hinge joint, as well as forward, and of course we can bring them out to the side like so for a T-pose and back down. We could also rotate them all the way around a full 360 as well, and yeah, those armbands do tend to like to slip off, so just make sure you put them back in place. And we do have an bicep swell. Oh boy, on the Lady Ranger figures with the newer renditions of the Lightning collection, so that is a definite plus. And of course we do have a double joint in the elbow as well, opposed to the normal single joint with the elbow swivel that you get on most Lady Ranger figures. So that is also something new to me, so we do have that. And of course we have your typical swivel at the wrist and the hinge wrist as well. Same is true with the other arm, so we can swivel that wrist and rock it forward and back on a hinge. And also the her signature spiked bracelets are movable as well, I believe. Yeah, I did mention that earlier, I believe. So you can turn them and move them forward and back if you need to. If you want to change out the hands, it just makes things a lot easier. So if you want to do that, you can. It's optional. And of course, torso articulation. We can rock side to side like so. And we can rotate all the way around a full 360 on a good ball joint in the torso. And we have a really good ab crunch as well. So that pretty much concludes it for articulation in the upper body portion of the figure. So the lower body portion of the figure, getting into articulation with the legs, we have a good butterfly style ball joints in the hips, so we can slide them up and down if we need to. So we do have some re-engineering going on in that area with these figures, so that is a definite plus. And of course we can rotate those hips a full 360 with a hip swivel there. Same is true with the other side, except this one's a little bit more tighter, but it is doable. And also, I do have to point out a paint mishap with the yellow trim on her pants on this one. If you can see, if it is noticeable, you see how this one has the yellow trim from the top of the pelvis going down the hip and down the rest of the pants leg. Look at that well. See how it's a one straight line? Watch this on the other side. If you can see it, I'm trying to get it. There, we got it. And no, I don't have it turned the wrong way. See where the yellow trim starts? Totally skip this part in the hip, and it just goes down the leg. Yeah. They have another paint mishap with this one, but that's no big deal. I think it's still a good figure. But anyway, we can kick forward about this much and back down. Same is true with the other leg. So kick forward about that much and back down. We also have a double joint hinge in the knees, so we can bend those knees all the way back like so. So we can do some yoga with her if we want to. Although, yeah. So we can do some like yoga and Pilates. We can do all those splits and exercises if we want to. Alright, anyway, yoga's not Chun-Li's thing. Yoga is Dawson's thing. But anyway, we can kick up about that much. So we can kick up a lot higher with these than what we can with the earlier Lightning Collection figures. So that is a definite plus. Look how high we can kick. That is really cool. And also, I'm going to try and balance her if I can. So I'm going to put her in the proper sidekick stance if I can. This one balances, so if it cooperates with me, which I don't think it will, and it might if I can work with it. Alright, we got it. Best I could before I knock it down, trying to fix the positioning again. Oh boy, which is only going to be up for about 2 seconds, but anyway, you get the point. And also, getting into more leg articulation, we do have a swivel at the boot, just like all the other Lightning Collection Ranger figures. And yeah, we can point the toes forward and back on a hinge, and we can swivel them all the way around. So yeah, pretty much the same as song and dance there. And as far as accessories, let me get them. So just give me a quick little second to just dump them all out the Ziploc bag right here. So put old Zippy on the side. So going over her accessories. Also, we do have the triangular stand, and if you do notice, there is some pegs in the stand, as well as you do get this stand for your effect parts. So basically what these pegs are for is if you want to display your figures on your shelf without the effect parts, and you don't want them falling over, you can use these stands like this. So if you want to, it's just kind of a little difficult to get them in, but you can, but you don't have to. Also, if you want to use her effect parts, put it in like that. And we do have our interchangeable hands, so we can take that out like so, and take the other one out. So let's get her open hands. We put her spike bracelet back in. So let's grab this hand, put that in, grab this one. Boy. Yeah, boy. Shove that right on in there, so we can do some clappy clappy now. Yay! But anyway, getting right on into her effect parts. We have the Blazing Phoenix right here, which at least that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, give me a second, attached to this piece on the side like that. So I guess this is like supposed to be like her normal like energy attack, but like with the Blazing Phoenix, sort of like this maybe, I guess. So we're kind of doing like that. At least I think I play Street Fighter. I should know, but this is like new. This is like unique to this figure. So we have that. So maybe yeah. All right, that I don't know if that does, but that's about the best I can get it. She almost looks like she's trying to throw a Kamehameha wave here. But anyway, stay. That's the best I can get it. And of course, yeah, we have her normal projectile attack. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's when like she just uses like this projectile attack like one-handed. Like this when she's just like that. So we have that, and of course, oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one to do. So I gotta plug this in. Oh boy, this is gonna be challenging. So wish me luck. So basically, what I want to do is, you're supposed to. Oh yikes! I guess you put it diagonally, and when she's standing, and it. This is difficult. I guess that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, you get the point. That's when she's doing. You know, for people who play Street Fighter. Yeah, it's a. If I could get it to stay. Okay, that's about the best I can get it. So, anyway, yeah, this is gonna fall. So let me take this out and put her close this hands back in. So yeah, this is overall a really good figure, and I really like it. It's just it's not perfect though. But, I get this off. Whew. And there goes her spike brace. Alright. This is... These hands are getting out of hand. Anyway. Alright, got it. Alright. So, yeah, that pretty... I could have just easily done that off camera, but... Anyway, yeah, that pretty much concludes it for articulation, detail, and the accessories with this figure. And now I will be getting into my final verdict and giving this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Power Rangers Cross Street Fighter Morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger figure here. If I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this lovely lady a drumroll, please. A well-deserved, knocked out of the park, Morphed 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Detail with this figure is really, really good. Articulation is top-notch. You're basically getting figure arts level articulation for a much lower price. And playability is really good. Joint tolerance is really well. Once you get these joints loosened up, you get all the stuff loosened up. It moves really well. With the exception of having a few paint mishaps on mine. I can easily forgive it for that. The figure is good enough. Yeah, you know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. People make manufacturing errors, so you can't expect everything to be perfect because as people, as human beings, we're not perfect. So we can't expect anything to be perfect that's made by human hands. So that's about there. All there is to it. But other than that, I think this is a really awesome figure. You can still get this one right now, available from BigBadToyStore.com. The link will be in the description below. So if you are interested in snagging this one up for yourself, or seeing what other really cool, really awesome Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures that they have available for retail value are lower than retail value since there is a sale going on BigBadToyStore.com. Definitely go check them out. But yeah, don't buy them all up because I am definitely looking forward to getting some more as soon as I can, because I am definitely eyeing the red and yellow Rangers swapped. So that is the Jason Lee Scott and Trini swapped. I am also eyeing the Omega Rangers as well as the Alien Rangers, which is basically Kaku Ranger. Yeah, I know about Super Sentai. I know about the original Japanese adaptation. I'm not uneducated on that. I know, but anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely, if you made it this far into the video, thank you guys all so much for watching. Your attention span is much appreciated. That really helps out this channel. And if you want to help out this channel even more, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay positive, stay powered up, and peace out.